All right, buckle up, everybody, because today we are taking a deep dive into Dr. Joe Dispenza's Becoming Supernatural.
Ooh, this one is a wild ride.
It really is. And we're really exploring this idea that you can change your reality with your thoughts and emotions.
That sounds kind of out there.
It does sound a little out there, right?
Yeah.
Like, can you really rewire your brain?
Yeah, can your heart, actually influence your genes?
It's pretty crazy.
It is.
So we're going to find out.
I love that Dr. Dispenza doesn't just, present these mystical ideas. He actually backs it up with science
Yes.
and research and, real-life examples.
That's what makes this book so fascinating.
Yeah, totally.
He bridges that gap between spirituality and actual science.
Uh-huh.
And he shows us how it's done, and then he shows us the people who have done it.
Yes.
For example, Anna, she was a psychiatrist.
Oh, wow.
Who healed herself
Okay.
from chronic stress and a bunch of health issues that were caused by trauma.
Oh, wow. As a psychiatrist, that's almost ironic.
It's imagine
Yeah.
dedicating your life to healing others, but you're trapped in your own pain.
Yeah.
Makes you think about,
Yeah.
how our past experiences can really just hold us back.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think Anna's story is such a good illustration of how we are limited, not by our physical bodies,
Right.
but by
Interesting.
the beliefs that we hold.
The beliefs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is where this whole concept of the quantum field comes in.
Okay.
So the quantum field is this field of pure potential beyond our normal perception
Okay.
of space and time where all possibilities exist.
I mean,
It's kind of a mind-boggling idea.
yeah. Quantum physics is definitely a little
out there.
bit out there for me.
But is Dispenza saying that we can tap into this quantum field and just create whatever we want?
Well, he argues that this field is not bound by linear time, the way that we experience it.
Okay.
It's always present. And he says, by aligning our energy with our desired future,
Right.
we can actually pull that future into our reality.
Hold on a second. So is that just wishful thinking?
That's where Dispenza is so interesting, because he combines the mystical with the scientific.
Okay.
So he points to all this research in quantum physics and consciousness studies
Okay.
that suggests this field is more than just an idea.
Right. So it's not just visualizing what we want,
No.
but it's also feeling those emotions.
Yes, feeling the emotions as if it's already happened.
Like that story of Jace,
Yes.
who wanted a new job,
Uh-huh.
and he didn't just picture himself in the job.
Yeah.
He felt the emotions that he would have if he already had the job.
Yes.
The empowerment, the gratitude, the freedom.
And then he got the job.
And he got the job.
That's amazing.
But how does that actually work?
Well, that's where Dispenza talks about heart coherence.
Heart coherence.
That's when your heart rhythms are steady and harmonious, which happens when we're feeling positive emotions like love and gratitude and joy.
So basically, good vibes.
Good vibes.
Create good results.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I can get behind that.
But it's actually more than that.
Okay.
Because these positive emotions actually impact our biology and energy field in huge ways.
Like you're saying my heart can affect my reality.
You got it. That is wild.
So the heart actually communicates with the brain.
Oh, wow.
And it sends these signals that influence our biology at a fundamental level.
So wait, are you saying that emotions can switch genes on or off?
This is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah, it challenges everything I thought I knew about genetics.
Wait.
Yeah.
He cites research
Okay.
that our internal state, especially the emotions we cultivate, can influence gene expression.
Wow.
And it can promote healing and even boost cognitive function.
This is blowing my
It's
mind.
amazing.
So our hearts and our brains are working together to shape our reality
Yeah.
based on our emotions.
But how can we tap into this power more intentionally?
Well, he describes 8 energy centers in the body.
Yeah, I've heard of the energy centers.
And each one is associated with specific emotions and functions.
Okay.
And he says that by shifting energy from lower centers,
Okay.
like the ones that are associated with fear and anger,
Right.
to higher centers, we can access greater awareness and connection.
So how do we shift that energy?
He has a very specific breathwork technique
Ooh, I've heard about this.
where you use controlled breathing and muscle contractions to move the energy from the lower centers up to the brain.
So I'm not just breathing.
No.
I'm directing energy.
You're directing energy through your body.
Does he actually measure the effects of this breath work?
Yes, so his team uses a GDV device.
A GDV device? What's that?
Which is a really cool device because it captures images of the energy field that's surrounding a person's body.
Interesting.
And they've shown that the breath work,
Okay.
combined with his meditations, can strengthen and harmonize a person's energy field.
Wow.
It's amazing.
So we're starting to see how we can shift our energy and emotions to influence our reality. But where does the supernatural part come?
Oh.
Does he have any examples?
He does.
Of people who have achieved extraordinary results?
Absolutely, he does.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
So let's dive into some of these stories and see just how far this becoming supernatural journey can take us.
I'm excited.
Me too.
These stories are amazing.
Yeah.
Like Ginny, for example. She had such severe back pain
I remember Ginny.
that she could barely even function.
It was heartbreaking.
Imagine being a mom
Yeah.
and, like, not being able to play with your kids
Right.
because you're in so much pain.
She had tried everything right.
Yeah, medications,
Yeah.
physical therapy,
Nothing was working.
and she felt trapped by her pain.
And then she went to one of his workshops, and she learned to focus on the energy of her desired future. A future without pain.
Right.
And during the meditation, she had this experience where she, like, completely lost track of time and space.
Wow.
And when she came back to reality, the pain was gone.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Just like that.
I'm a little skeptical.
I know, it sounds crazy.
Like, are you telling me that all she did was imagine herself without pain? And it happened?
Remember, it's about aligning with the energy of that desired future. And she really cultivated this feeling of gratitude and joy.
Right.
And that shift in her internal state seemed to trigger this healing response.
So it's like her thoughts and emotions created a blueprint
Almost
for her body to follow?
Yeah, like a new map.
That's incredible.
It is pretty amazing.
Are there any other examples of these, like, seemingly impossible healings?
Oh, yeah, tons. Daniel overcame chronic fatigue and depression.
Wow.
And Jennifer. She healed from severe asthma and food sensitivities.
Jeez.
Yeah. His book is full of these stories.
That one about Felicia, the doctor who healed from eczema after a mystical experience.
Oh, yeah, that one's a good one.
That was really something.
It's such a powerful example of how profound shifts in consciousness can lead to physical healing.
Right.
It's as if these people tap into this source of healing power within themselves.
Right.
That's like beyond conventional medicine.
Okay, so this is all pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But how do we actually apply this in our own lives?
Right.
I get the whole visualization and positive emotions thing.
Yeah.
But how do we break free from those, like, ingrained patterns?
You mean like negative thoughts?
Yeah, like negativity and self-doubt and all that stuff.
Probably that's what keeps us stuck.
Yeah.
Well, he offers these meditations and breathwork techniques that are designed to help us interrupt those automatic subconscious programs that keep us stuck in the past.
So it's about rewiring our brains, essentially.
It really is. It's like creating new pathways.
But what if I struggle with doubt and uncertainty?
That's so common.
Yeah.
It's totally normal.
Like, how do I maintain faith in this when I don't see results right away?
He talks a lot about trust and surrender.
Trust and surrender.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like remembering that we're co-creating with a higher intelligence.
Okay.
It's not all on us.
So it's about letting go of the need to control every detail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Having faith that the universe has our back.
Okay, so surrendering the ego.
Yeah, surrendering the limited ego self.
Yeah.
And embracing the infinite co-creative being that we really are.
I like that.
We're not separate from the divine.
Okay.
We are an expression of it.
That's a beautiful thought.
It is.
It seems like this becoming supernatural. It's more than just personal transformation. It's about...
It's bigger than us.
Yeah, tapping into a higher power.
Totally.
And aligning with a greater purpose.
You got it.
So he talks about Project Coherence.
It's this global initiative to create a collective shift in consciousness.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Tell me more about that.
I'm intrigued by this whole collective consciousness thing.
Me too.
So Project Coherence is based on the idea that by consciously cultivating heart coherence, we can not only improve our own lives, but also contribute to a more peaceful world.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're saying my personal journey can influence the world around me.
That's the idea.
How does that work?
He highlights research findings that suggest group intention.
Group intention?
When a large group of people come together with a focused intention.
Yeah.
can have measurable positive effects on the environment.
Really?
Even reducing crime and violence.
That's powerful.
It is.
So if my thoughts and emotions can influence my reality, imagine what we could do if we all focused our collective intention on creating a better world. That's the essence of Project Coherence.
Wow.
Harnessing the power of the heart on a global scale to create a more loving, peaceful, and interconnected world.
That's inspiring.
It is beautiful.
But I'm curious about the science behind this.
Right.
Does he talk about how that collective consciousness stuff actually works?
He does. He mentions Alexander Chizevsky, who studied the connection between solar activity.
Solar activity. And human behavior.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Are you saying that solar flares can influence human behavior?
Yeah, he found some interesting correlations.
That sounds a little out there.
I know, right?
Is there, like, evidence for this?
Chizevsky's research suggests there's a correlation between heightened solar activity and periods of increased social unrest.
Wow.
Even outbreaks of war and violence.
So it's like external forces that are influencing our collective consciousness.
Almost like we're all connected
to these larger cosmic cycles.
Okay, so if solar flares can influence us in negative ways, can we use our collective intention to, like, counterbalance those effects?
That's what they're trying to find out.
Okay.
With Project Coherence.
So by consciously cultivating states of peace and coherence, maybe we can create a more harmonious world.
Exactly.
Even when there are challenges.
Even with all the craziness.
This is incredible.
It is.
So we're not just talking about personal transformation.
No.
We're talking about global shift in consciousness.
It's huge.
It's massive.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
I know.
Tell me more about these mystical experiences that he mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Can anyone have them?
He believes that mystical experiences, which are often accessed through deep meditation, can break down the limitations of our conditioned perception. And reveal a more interconnected reality than we typically perceive.
I've always been curious about those. But I never thought it was possible for someone like me.
Oh, he shares stories of people from all walks of life.
Really?
Yeah, who have experienced these profound shifts in consciousness.
Like Donna?
Yes.
Donna.
Who encountered interdimensional beings.
Right, during her meditations?
Wow.
And it totally changed her understanding of reality.
It's like she stepped outside the boundaries of everyday reality and saw something truly extraordinary.
Yeah.
Maybe these experiences are more common than we realize.
Maybe they are.
Yeah.
He connects these mystical experiences to the pineal gland.
The pineal gland.
Yeah, okay.
A tiny gland in the center of our brain.
Okay.
That's associated with spiritual awareness.
Right.
He suggests that it acts like an antenna.
Okay.
That can receive information from the quantum field.
Okay, you lost me a little.
I know it's a lot.
How does a tiny gland in my brain connect me to a field of infinite possibilities?
So the pineal gland actually contains calcite crystals, which have this piezoelectric effect.
Okay.
Which means they generate an electromagnetic field when they're compressed.
So my pineal gland is creating an electromagnetic field.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, but how does that connect to the quantum field and these mystical experiences?
Okay, so remember that breathwork technique we were talking about?
Yeah.
Where you're bringing the energy up the spine?
Right.
Well, he believes that the intense energy that's generated by that breathwork can actually stimulate the pineal gland.
Wow.
And trigger those mystical experiences.
So I'm not just breathing. I'm activating a hidden antenna in my brain that can tune into a higher dimension.
You got it.
This is blowing my mind.
It's pretty wild.
It really is.
It raises so many questions.
Yeah.
About the nature of reality and the potential of human consciousness.
What if we're all capable of accessing these expanded states?
Right. What would that mean for our understanding of, like, who we are?
And what's possible.
And what's possible.
These are huge questions. Yeah.
And it feels like we're just beginning to explore the answers.
We are just scratching the surface.
This is a lot to take in.
Yeah, it's intense.
I mean, where do we even begin?
Well, he offers a lot of practical tools and techniques.
Okay.
But I think the most important step is just becoming aware.
Becoming aware of the power that we have within ourselves.
Yeah. Recognizing that we're not just living in the world.
Right.
We are creating it.
Wow.
With our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs.
So it all starts with awareness.
It does.
But how do we go from awareness to actually changing our reality?
Well, that's the next.
Where do we go from here?
Let's explore that.
So it feels like we've got this incredible power.
We do.
But we need the instruction manual.
Well, he really emphasizes the power of the present moment.
Okay, present moment.
Yeah, he calls the past known.
Okay.
And the future unknown.
And he says, if we're always dwelling on the past or worrying about the future,
yeah,
we miss out on the infinite possibilities of now.
I'm so guilty of that.
I think we all are.
My mind is always racing.
Yeah.
About what I need to do or what might happen.
It's that monkey mind.
Yeah.
It just keeps chattering.
Any tips for, quieting that mental chatter?
Well, that's what his meditations are all about.
Okay.
Cultivating present moment awareness.
Okay.
He teaches us how to detach from those thoughts.
Right.
And tune into this stillness.
So it's like training our minds to be more present?
Yeah, exactly.
Like a muscle we can strengthen?
Totally.
But how do we bring that present moment awareness into our daily lives?
Talks about a walking meditation.
A walking meditation?
Yeah, where you bring that heightened awareness and those elevated emotions into your daily activities.
So instead of just zoning out during my commute, I could be cultivating presence.
They got it.
And positive emotions. But how does all of this actually change our reality?
Well, think of it this way.
Okay.
Our thoughts and emotions generate an energy frequency.
Okay.
And attracts,
right.
So if we're constantly broadcasting a frequency of fear, or lack, or limitation, we're going to attract experiences that match those energies.
So we need to become conscious creators.
Yeah.
Tuning our frequency to align with what we want.
It's like we're dialing into a new radio station.
I like that analogy.
Right.
Yeah.
You're shifting from lack to abundance.
Okay.
From fear to love.
Right.
From limitation to possibility.
Sounds like a pretty radical shift.
It is. It's a big one.
How do we know it really works?
Oh, remember those peace gathering studies?
Oh, yeah.
Where people focused their intention on peace?
Yeah.
And they saw reductions in crime and violence.
That was amazing.
It was.
So are you saying our collective intention could create a more peaceful world?
That's what Dispenza and the HeartMath Institute are exploring. With Project Coherence.
Okay.
This global movement. To unite people.
Right.
In creating a more loving and connected world.
That's a beautiful vision.
It really is.
It gives me hope
that
we have the power to create a brighter future.
Absolutely.
It comes down to choice.
It does.
Are we going to stay stuck?
Yeah.
Or are we going to embrace our potential?
What will you choose?
This has been an incredible deep dive.
It has.
Any final thoughts for our listeners?
Yeah. Approach this with a sense of curiosity and wonder.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah.
With the tools and techniques.
Yeah.
And trust the process.
Trust the process.
You have the power to create a life.
Wow.
Beyond your wildest dreams.
So if our thoughts and emotions really shape our reality.
They do.
Then what future will you choose?
That's the question.
Dr. Joe Dispenza's Becoming Supernatural is your guidebook.